The moment I pushed the door open, the scent hit me like a slap. It was her perfume, familiar, soft, but mixed with something warmer, heavier, something that had no place in our home. I stopped dead in my tracks. My key slipped from my fingers and clinked onto the floor. And then I saw him. He wasn't trying to hide. He sat comfortably on our couch, one leg draped over the other, laughing at something I couldn't hear. And beside him, my wife, Melina. Her head was tilted back, her eyes shining in the same way they used to when she smiled at me, except now that smile belonged to him. My chest constricted, every heartbeat thudding painfully in my skull. I wanted to yell. I wanted to run. I wanted to vanish. But I couldn't move. I just stood there, numb, staring at the scene that shattered me. The sound of the door closing, the sharp sting of betrayal in the air, it made my stomach twist. She finally turned toward me. Her smile faltered for a split second, like a camera catching her off guard. "John," she said, her voice still carrying that sweet tone I once adored, except now it burned like acid. "Who is he?" I managed to choke out, my throat raw. She hesitated. I saw her eyes shift between me and the man beside her, an instant of guilt that twisted my insides. "It's not what it looks like," she whispered, her voice trembling, trying and failing to hide the fear beneath it. Not what it looks like. I was standing in my own living room in my own house, staring at my wife with another man, and she dared to tell me that? My hands trembled. The words barely came out. "I saw everything, Lena. Don't lie to me. Don't you dare." My voice cracked under the weight of fury and heartbreak. She pressed her lips together. "It was just one night, John. Only one. One night. You can forgive one, right?" I stared at her, feeling my heart being torn out, stomped on, and handed back to me still bleeding. "One night," I repeated. "That's what you call it. One night of lies. One night of pretending everything was fine while you were." "Stop," she snapped, tears spilling down her cheeks.
"You don't understand.
It shouldn't have happened. I didn't mean." I cut her off. How could I let her continue? She had already demolished the life I thought we shared. I walked past them, the floorboards icy beneath my feet, and sat at the dining table. I pressed my hands over my face, trying to steady the chaos inside me. I needed answers. I needed truth. But I felt frozen. "I want you to tell me everything," I said eventually, my voice barely more than a breath. "Everything," she nodded, swallowing hard. "It happened last week. At that work event. He was there and I wasn't thinking. I didn't think at all.
It was one mistake, John."
Just one. One mistake. I couldn't even look at her. It didn't feel like a mistake. It felt like my entire world had been torn apart in seconds. I thought about every late night I stayed up for her, every meal I made, every tiny gesture, now meaningless. "Do you even feel guilty?" I asked quietly. "Yes," she sobbed immediately. "Of course I do. John, I love you. I made a horrible mistake.
Please believe me. Please."
"I don't want to lose you." Her words pierced me. I could see the sincerity in her eyes, fear, regret, and that spark I once fell in love with. And it hurt even more. I wanted to forgive her.
God, I wanted to.
But the betrayal roared inside me like a living creature refusing to be silenced. I couldn't speak. I could barely think. I watched her collapse in front of me, the woman I thought I knew breaking apart. "Why?" I whispered, almost to myself. She shook her head, voice cracking. "I don't know. I wasn't happy. I mean, I was sometimes, but I guess I felt lonely. Like you didn't see me. And then it just happened. I didn't plan it. I swear I didn't." Her tears flowed freely. I could see the pain in her eyes, but also the distance, the detachment from what she'd done. That distance poisoned me. I leaned back and stared at the ceiling, trying to make sense of a life that no longer made sense. Every memory, every laugh, every touch, every promise felt stained. "Did you love him?" I asked, my voice sharper than intended.
She paused.
And in that brief silence, in the way she looked away and bit her lip, the answer already carved itself into my chest. No, she finally said. It wasn't love. It was something I can't explain. A mistake. Mistake. The word felt hollow, cruel, unforgiving. I thought about everything we had, our apartment, the vacation we planned, the dog we adopted, our weekend rituals. Suddenly, everything felt fragile, like it had been cracked long before I noticed. And I realized it had. I need space, I said at last, my voice cold though inside I was anything but. I need to think, Lena. I can't deal with this right now. She nodded, a mix of relief and panic flickering across her face. Please, John, don't leave me. We can fix this. I'll do anything. I stood, my hands trembling uncontrollably. I don't know if we can. I don't know if I can. The air was thick with unspoken accusations and unanswered questions. And in that silence, everything crashed down. Trust, love, the future we thought we had. Trust doesn't heal on command. It tears open like a wound that refuses to close. Over the next days, our conversations faded. Every attempt ended with tears or anger. I wanted to want her again, but every touch made me flinch. Every smile reminded me of the betrayal behind it. Yet some part of me still longed for her. Love doesn't switch off. It lingers, stubborn and painful. Sometimes I caught myself watching her, seeing flashes of the woman I had fallen for, the woman who stayed up with me when I was sick, who laughed at all my stupid jokes. And for a moment, the anger softened. But then there were the reminders. The way she checked her phone when she thought I wasn't looking. The way she seemed distant, lost, guilty. Every small action felt like a test. Every look, a question. And I hated that version of myself. Weeks passed. I slept at a friend's place more often than home. Lena tried everything, cleaning, cooking, talking, but the divide between us only grew. One night, hoping for a sign that healing was possible, I came home unannounced. And he was there, again, just standing in our home, our broken truth shattering in an instant. Lena froze. And so did I. It hit me like a blow. I couldn't do it anymore. The lies, the hurt, the exhaustion, it was all too much. I can't, I whispered, tears burning my eyes. I love you, Lena, but I can't live like this. I can't keep wondering whether any of this is real or just another mistake. She dropped to her knees sobbing, begging me to try, to stay, to forgive. But forgiveness doesn't magically appear just because someone asks for it. Not for something this deep. I walked out that night. I didn't look back. My heart was in pieces I didn't know how to gather. Lena had been my world, and she had destroyed it in one reckless night. As the cold air hit my face, a terrifying truth settled in my chest. Sometimes love isn't enough. Sometimes even the strongest feelings can't survive betrayal. And sometimes letting go is the only way to save yourself. I didn't know if she'd ever fully grasp the weight of what she'd done. I didn't know if forgiveness would ever come, or if I even wanted it to. But I knew this. I couldn't stay. Not after one night changed everything. Behind me, the apartment remained still and silent.